She said, yeah, I did. I said, dang, I said good, but not so good. But it got us in a conversation. Then we got to talking about different things. Man, this lady got multiple businesses. She's 70 years old. She lives in Victorville, but she was out here shopping in Cathedral City where I live at.
Right.
So she said, well, the stores up there a little more crowded. Plus, I get to get away and get a nice drive. And look what I ended up doing. Meeting an angel.
Yes.
I said, she said, what's wrong? Why'd you say not so good? She said, what's wrong? And I told her about my brother. My brother got in an accident.
Yeah.
And lost his right arm. Solo told you about that?
Yeah, sure told
me
about
that. And then my cousin passed away.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said, I don't know if that was just in my spirit where the last part came out and said not so good and it caught her attention. But man, me and that lady got to talking, man. And that's cool. Me and that lady got to talking, and you could just feel the spirit, man, that resonated between us. That she felt my pain, man, without even moving my lips. She heard that. And she said, you know what, I'm gonna put you on this chat, man. And I did this meditation with this guy yesterday. Off the chain, man.
Dope.
Off the chain.
Dope.
It was a deep meditation, man, where they actually guide you through. But you can sit there and say, man, I don't meditate, right?
Yeah.
But shit. It might work, it might not work. At least you got a moment of silence to yourself. But man, this dude, the way this dude did it, I'm gonna go back to it, but the way he did it, it was off the chain, man. And that shit kind of took you like to a place of peace for a minute. And I think, I'm gonna get into it, man. Meditation is cool, man.
It's really cool.
It's good for your body. Yeah. It's like, it's good for your body, good for your mind, man.
Yeah, it's real relaxing.
It is, man. It's just relaxing.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like cool.
I
just thought it was cool. Huh? No, I'm sorry. I just thought it was cool that lady just, damn, man. She said, I was like, you're an angel. I'm like, just reflecting with my cousin passed and all those shit. It was crazy because it's like, dang, is it a light or something shining over my head? It tripped me out. Because I was gonna keep walking, man. But it's all good. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when you feel that feeling, you gotta just say it. Like, we as Black men, we really hide all of our feelings all of the time. Whether it's something like what you're going through right now, or just money tight. If it's the right person,
you gotta let it out.
You gotta let it out. Family, somebody you close to, you gotta let it out. And you gotta start using these things like meditation, therapy, and everything of that sort. And it's okay to use that, because if we don't, then we'll never heal and we'll never be able to be at our full potential.
Exactly. That's right, man. That's right. You got it's like it's crawling within your inner man. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes let him out, man. he gotta breathe too.
That's it.
He gotta breathe too, man. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. But hey, man, DJ, I'm finna take my dogs outside, man. I gotta take them outside, bro. You heard me?
I think he working on a lot.
Hey, I'm gonna take
Good thing, bro.
Do I turn that?
If you want me to exit you out, I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, for sure.
Tell him, man, I'm gonna talk to him, man. Good meeting.
All right, for sure. All right. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, bet. We're about to start it. Hold on, let me see if I can take him off.
Yeah.
Remove. Yeah, I'm about to remove him.
Okay. All right, man.
All right, man. Stay easy.
I don't know why, but my shit started to move faster now. My shit was just frozen.
Probably because y'all using the same Wi-Fi.
You know what? I never thought about that shit. But yeah, man. How's everything with you, bro?
Everything is peace, bro. Like, I just been using this season to just recalibrate, realign, and refine the brand for real. So, I've been doing a lot of meditation, as my guy was saying. Started even taking therapy as well, just to kind of work on the inside. And then I've also been just like recreating what King Cope is all about. So things have been good. I've been writing articles. I've been doing these weekly spill the beans Jones, talking to people about like financial literacy and things of that sort. So things is peace.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I see you over there grinding, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
How about you?
Man, same shit, man. Grinding, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, doing the same shit, the radio shit. knocking shit out. I was like, yeah, we got to get back up into it. Shit, times is too important for not. We got a platform that makes sense for us not to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hell yeah. So yeah. So I know you've been.
Some water, man. It's too hot.
Oh man, appreciate you, man. And I'm like, man, it's like too much going on in the world to not speak about it. You know what I mean? It's too like we'll be in vain if we just talk about the good times in the world and just ignore the facts of the important times in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wasn't naive to the fact of the shit happening, but it's like, fuck, here we go again.
Yep.
It's like, I don't even want to watch the news, bro. It's just like, bro, I can't even get on social media without feeling a certain kind of way, bro. And it's fucking uncomfortable. It's fucking sad, bro.
It is.
You know what I mean? And it's almost to the point like where I'm like scared for the world because it's like, how they hunted that dude down, you know what I mean? Even though, they said he was trespassing or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like that's still no right. Dude ain't leave with nothing, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He ain't leave with nothing. And now we got something that ain't even damn near a week apart. Like, you know what I mean? That's happening with what's his name again, bro? George Floyd. Yeah, George Floyd, man. Like that's how I'm not out of touch, but it's just like it just hurt my heart, bro. It's just so depressing. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that you out of touch, bro. Like I was telling my girl this. I'm like, yo, sometimes I don't want to be in touch.
Yeah, oh man, that's what I'm. So you feel me?
Yeah, bro. Because it's like now I'm just in this constant state of anger. Like I done seen friends get shot. Now I'm seeing constantly police brutality. We had the Karen do the thing to the bull a couple days before, trying to get the homie in the park in New York. Remember she was saying, "Oh, stop recording me," and he was telling her to put her dog on a leash. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's telling her to put a dog on a leash. So days before that, we got that, and that could have easily ended up being another hashtag, another name. Luckily, he recorded her. No cops came, and they fired her from her job. You know what I'm saying? She deserved that because of what she did. Now, right, Floyd situation. Homie had $20, bro. $20 that they said was counterfeit. Paid it at the store. The dude called 911 on him. And next thing you know, the cops is arresting him. There's a picture of the cops with him in handcuffs and him not resisting arrest. So how does he end up on the ground next to a car with the cop kneeing him for more than 7-8 minutes? And he's telling you, I can't breathe. Another Eric Gardner. I can't breathe. And then now he gone.
Right. The coldest part is this my nigga wasn't even trying to restrain him. He had his hand in his pocket.
Right.
Like that's what gave me the whole like until I seen it, I was like, okay, another brutality, another murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying I could deal with that or making an excuse or anything, but I'm already knowing the gist of it. Okay. They're trying to normalize it, you know what I mean? But then when I seen his hands in his pocket, mm-hmm. That just took it to a whole nother level. When your hands is in the pocket, that's like you niggas are walking apart.
Exactly.
Like that shit just like nigga, you fishing, my nigga, like you gutting a fish. Like it ain't shit. Nigga, my family about to eat. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of fucked, it's real, not kind of fucked up. It's real fucked up. Somebody look at that shit and do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when I saw the hands in the pocket, bro, I'm like, that's a place of comfort, bro.
Yeah.
And that's evil right there. Like that's literally a place of comfort when like niggas when they scared, they ain't got their hands in their pocket. When they trying to restrain somebody, he wasn't even trying to solve the problem. Like, bro, I didn't even see the video. I just saw the picture, bro. Yeah. I don't even want to see the video. Nah, I'm done seeing these videos, bro. I'm done seeing these videos.
I don't even watch the videos, bro. I can't tell you the last time that I've watched one of these videos because first off, why are we taping and not helping? Secondly, it's just like, why are we putting somebody's like family member on Instagram and making it go viral and continuously making that family member that's still alive relive that over and over and over and over and over again? I understand we got to put it out there so that people could see it, but it's just like, yo, can you put a picture or something? Like you're making this family relive the death of their loved one over and over and over again. So I can't deal with that either. It's like, right. Nah, I can't. Right. And then like, I don't know, like people are looting.
Yeah, bro. That I'm like, damn, like not saying that they're wrong for it, but I'm like, damn, just imagine that same energy was used at the time of the murder.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's like sometimes we gotta police ourselves.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I never been in a situation like that. So I can't really, you know what I'm saying, say, you know what I'm saying? But my instinct is like, hold up, you're about to die. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like, but it's like everybody's taking more chances than they were taking, you know, when, I mean, it's a place of scare. We like, yo, I hope he doesn't die. You know what I mean? I hope it gets resolved because these are more police seeing this shit. You know what I mean? But it's like, fuck, man. It's like, but it's like sometimes we gotta police ourselves, and it's almost scary, but we gotta, but at the same time, it's not, because it's like we got Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, and all this other shit that ain't scared to kill each other.
Exactly.
So it's just like, fuck, man. It's just like, for me, some of them niggas just took leadership, even just like, you know, and like, you know, for me, like combined or so, I feel like, man, we outnumber everything.
Yeah.
We definitely outnumber everything.
So why are we not policing ourselves? And like the looting, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I had the same sentiments. I read something from Larry Monty. I listened to Cuomo. I listened to I looked at some things from Charlemagne and different activists, and they were like, yo, like, what else are we supposed to do at this point? We have tried not to loot. We have tried not to, you know what I mean, we tried every other means of getting our freedom. So what are we to do? And until we get direction, this is all we can do. Now, the dude is arrested now. His name, Derek Chauvin, which is the guy that killed him, is now arrested. We got 3 more cops. But would that have happened as quickly as it did had they not looted?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel the same way. I'm like, nah, we as blacks, we gotta come together, we gotta unite, we gotta prevent these deaths from happening. We gotta support each other financially, but at the same time, we also gotta figure a way to unite and get these things done before it gets to looting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta have one sound, one voice, one sound. And until we have one sound, then it's gonna continue to be chaos like this.
Definitely. What's going on, AC Wolf? What you think about the situation? How you
What's popping, y'all? What's popping? What's up, Kof? What's up,
Introduce yourself.
How are you?
AC Wolf in here, man. AC Wolf official. What's happening, y'all? Sad times, man, that we living in right now.
Definitely. Oh, most definitely, my G. Yeah, so I see everybody, you know, these are all friends of mine, you know what I mean? And I see all of them always speaking out about, you know, about what they see, you know what I'm saying? And we all feel the same way. Some of us is a lot, and you know, fueled and under fire and anger and shit like that. Yeah. So we just like, you know what I'm saying? I want to get their sentiments. You know, we always, you know, we got indie artists, we got other people that's not even willing to take the stance. I mean, we got a platform, so we know what we can, you know what I mean? So we got to move for somebody, you know what I mean? Which I feel like is ourselves, bro. Because I feel
I think that's like the most important thing, bro. Like you said clearly, like you know, excuse me, I'm doing something right now. I'm in the video still, but I think it's like one of the most important thing is that a lot of people need to realize the fact of if you have a platform, bro, a platform is meant to inspire, create, or do the opposite. So it's a matter of like what you're using your platform for. You know what I mean? Like in this type of situation, it's something that does need to be commented on. It's something that like does need to be brought to light. It's something that people do need to bring others up to speed on. It's nothing that everyone needs to just be quiet and like, you know, turn the other cheek. As you were saying before, Kof, like I get it. You know, it can be overwhelming and it can really like seriously affect you. You know what I mean? Like, but it's still something that doesn't need to be ignored. You know what I mean?
Right.
I respect that. Like
yeah, it's almost hard to ignore it, man. Cause the vibe is less what the vibe of the world is. You know what I mean? That's the whole vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got people hitting me up, niggas on social media every day. When it's a good day on social media, almost everybody has a good day on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how the world is because the whole world gets affected by social media. Not saying that we shouldn't, but at the same time, you know, it's a lot of information people won't watch the TV or read a book on, but they'll go to social media for information. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, bro. It's just like this shit been going on, but social media is like making people realize this shit just didn't happen in slavery. This shit is today's date. You know what I mean? Like, don't think that shit is outdated just because it was in your history book and you never seen it. Or you was naive. You know what I mean? Like it was a point like in my life where I wasn't naive, but I was shallow. Like, you know, I always stayed in Inglewood, so I was only around black and Mexicans. You feel what I'm saying? So like the Mexican niggas I was cool with. But a lot of people outside of me got experiences with, you know, blacks and Mexican feud, and I don't. My god brother, my god family's Mexican. You feel what I'm saying? But I couldn't understand why, like, certain black people or certain white people wouldn't get along and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was just like, like, why y'all tripping? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all riding? Like, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like for me, I just feel like, you know, it's communication is a code of understanding. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of miscommunication over there where people think they already know the answers to. You know what I mean? In every race, in every bigot society. Yeah. You know what I mean? Any racist society. I just feel like weed in the conversations needs to happen. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, I remember a cop told me, bro, when I was working for the city of Los Angeles, he was like, hey, yo, David, he was like, what's good? I was like, what's good, man? I was like 19, 20. He was like, hey, man, you should be a police. I'm like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? And he explained to me, I said, why? Why would you say something like that? He was like, because we need more brothers like you from the hood that understands the hood. You know what I mean? He was like, we get all these white cops that's that's out in the valley and shit, Burbank and shit like that never like niggas. They parents don't like niggas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then so they go off of what their parents said or off TV or something, and they use that energy they never got to use against us because they feel like we in the slums. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know how to treat us. They was like, but you, they was like, you being a black cop, I'm pretty sure you'll communicate and understand and know how to, you know, communicate with these people on the streets because I know you're not about to do them dirty. They just like you and I. Yeah. I was like, damn, that nigga made a good ass point. Like, you know what I'm saying? So from that point on, I kind of like identified what kind of cops was who. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up because you got black cops that still don't do shit. They don't do shit, bro.
They don't do shit at all.
Yeah, man.
Nah, because they've gotten brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I was reading a book. I think I may say it wrong, but I think it's called The Miseducation of the Negro. And one of the things that they speak about in the book is that, you know, you have black people who obtain some type of like status quo, either education or either like regarding a job. They have something, they obtain something that separates them from quote unquote like the minorities, like the masses. They say, but what happens is that they're educated to look down upon those who are beneath them, and they're educated to move into this point of like integration as far as like in this knowledge, in this class of like I'm better than, and I want to stay away from like that lower end. So like they lose touch with their roots, they lose touch with reality, and they now take on, you know what I'm saying, this facade like as if like they didn't come from the slums. So therefore it's like they lose their ability to be able to relate. Now, we're not saying out here, like, you know, giving passes and stuff, like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm where you from. Like, no, we're not saying that. But there, like you said, like, there is a need of people who understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, who genuinely understand what a rough time is, what a rough childhood is, you know what I'm saying? What a bad area is, what, like, you know, a lack of resources really mean, you know what I'm saying? Something outside of a textbook. And that's what happens. That's the problem. What happens is that when black people actually do get the resources or they do become educated enough to where they actually can't step in the quarters and the spaces that people who don't have those accolades would never be able to reach, they lose touch with the reality. Like, listen, you're there for the purpose to not only uplift your people, but to actually cause change. You know what I'm saying? Like an accolade, a degree, a success outside of wisdom, bro, is foolishness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get a piece of paper. I can go online right now and take a course and be certified in something. But do I really know how to apply it? You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what people fail to realize, man. Like, if you get this status quo, if you get in the ability to be in a position of power, and you are a minority, bro, you have an obligation. You have an obligation to help your people. And not only your people, you have an obligation to help the world, to change the world.
Yes.
I agree.
Let's see what's the best.
I agree. Bro, like I feel like, you know, like especially like I feel like as black cops, man, like especially, bro. You feel me? Because I'm like, bro, especially with the slavery shit and holding us back, we should all be able to relate to that. No matter where the fuck you went. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you moved out the slums or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
So it's just like, bro, we don't have that. You never hear, you know, like that's why niggas is like, man, we miss Donor. And it's fucked up to say.
Man, bro, the other day I literally was thinking that I was like, damn, bro, like, cause okay, for you know, I just had not even, you know what I'm saying, I'm a firm believer, man, when the Bible says, man, he who argues with a fool becomes a fool himself. Right. So it's like certain people, I'm not even going to go there with you, bro. It's like, all right, man, like you're inclined to your beliefs. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge you. It is what it is. But bro, if you are If you can't see what's going on, you have a problem. And one thing I was telling this dude is that he's like, he mentioned the whole rioting, looting aspect, and then protesting peacefully, things like that. I'm like, okay, look, bro. I'm like, it's common sense that everybody would want a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
It's common sense. It's common sense. Everybody would want that. And it's also common sense to know that if you're dealing with a people who has done multiple peaceful protests, you know what I mean? And the only thing that seeks to get a reaction is when you revolt to a debased mind state, what do you think is going to happen? And the reality of it for me is when I really look at it is that one thing I know about America that will cause change in America, when you mess with the American dollar, my brother, change will definitely take place, bro.
Correct.
And so people not realizing that, like with these writings and this looting and everything, what you're doing is you're affecting that American dollar.
Correct.
You're looting establishments that you was looting in corporations and establishments that are highly needed for this economy.
Right.
That's when all of a sudden it's a problem. All of a sudden now, let's get the National Guard involved. All of a sudden now, let's go arrest the person. Let's go do these various things. But when you just got your hands up in the air and you run around chanting the same old thing, like, man, it's a sad situation. I was watching the news and she said, the news reporter said, I'm like, are people actually like, this is why I don't waste my time when people understand, people like, oh man, like, but they're looting now. I'm like, bro, do you understand the language? Like you have a news reporter in this certain language right now. She says that, I think it was Eric Garner, you know what I'm saying? Who was the other one, the other dude's name? Eric Garner, was it Mike Brown?
Yeah, it's Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, man,
Mike Brown, Eric Garner. So she says that, she says their chants have changed. At one point, their chants were hands up. Then now their chants is I can't breathe again. Now the chant has become something else. So when I listen to that type of language, what comes in my mind is that those who watch, the powers that be, when they're watching, they are just saying that the pattern is evolving. They recognize the pattern. They recognize the injustice. They recognize how the protests are shifting. Yeah. And if you can recognize how protest is shifting, you can recognize how a chant is shifting, and you can recognize the print on a t-shirt is becoming different, and you can recognize that the names are becoming different, then that means that you also should recognize that there is a problem.
Correct.
Right.
And that's what people who it's easy for you to say, oh, the looting. Okay. But are you also understanding the pointlessness at the same time of the protest, because the solution is not being applied. The problems are not being fixed. And that's the people, the mind is blind, bro. Like it's literally blind. Like it's literally blind, and it makes no sense. I told my nephew, I was like, I'm 28 years of life. I'm 28 years old. I'm about to 29 this year.
Yes, sir.
It was easy. It was hard for me. And I'm being honest. It was hard for me to take my grandmother's point of view, who did pick cotton, and my grandfather's point of view, who did pick cotton, in the years that I've been living. It was very hard. If I'm not honest with myself, it was like I was knowledgeable of it. But at one point I was like, man, it seemed like y'all just always living in an oppressed mind state. It was more so easy for me to adopt that and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's just move forward. Like, I'm not forgetting where I came from. I know my history, and yes, certain things still taking place, but let's move forward. Now, my mom told me as well. My dad told me as well. Again, I'm a kid growing up in this society. Yes, I'm experiencing my injustice, but in my mind, I'm like, you know, it's not as bad as slavery.
Yeah.
At being 28 years old, I've never in my life seen what I've never in my life have saw, you know what I'm saying, with my own two eyes, what was displayed the other day, what was displayed on Monday. And it made 100% accurate everything my grandmother said, who did pick cotton. Yeah. To be 28 years old and see a white man with his knee on a grown black man's neck, it totally blew my mind, bro. To see, and we're dealing with a grown black man. This is a grown black man to call out for his mama, bro. To call out for his mama. And I don't care what race you are. Everyone knows your mother is your safe haven. She gave you life, and at the same time, that's who you go to pour out, to receive, to understand when you're discouraged, to receive encouragement. Your mother is borderline on the same wave when you call out to your God. That's the person you go for comfort, for care, for deliverance as a last resort most of the time. And for this grown man to be like mama, and then to say mama, and then to say they gonna kill me, it's like, bro, he recognized his reality, man.
Right.
And that for me is it's soul wrenching, man. And I'm like looking at people in society. I'm like, bro, if you don't care about nothing else, let's drop the races, whatever. Do you not see clearly what is taking place, bro? Like before death and even after death, man. It's insane, bro. It's insane. And it's like you have to be blind not to see what's going on, man.
It's just like you said, he recognized his reality. We as Black people got to recognize our reality. We are in an abusive relationship with America.
Yeah.
We are in an abusive relationship with this state. An abusive relationship goes like this. You in a relationship, everything is good. It didn't even start off good though, but we stayed. We chose to, continue to
exactly
and everything of this sort. But usually it starts off good. And then all of a sudden the person starts talking to you crazy, starts calling you out of your name, and they make you feel away. And then you start to, peacefully be like, yo, I want you to treat me better, this, that, and the third. Then they get you a gift. They get you something like the NAACP. They get you something like allowing you to work. They do something, what I mean? Something like give you a little bit of award, start to allow Blacks to look great in their entertainment and things of that sort. Then they shoot another Black man. And then they tell you they're gonna do better. And then they shoot a Black man. Then they're gonna tell you they're gonna do better. Then they kill another Black woman that she's revolting against, and they tell you you're gonna do better. And you continue to put a Band-Aid on this wound that was never properly treated.
Yes.
And then we just fall asleep to the entire idealism of it. And every time that wound gets hit, it feels worse every single time until the point like, no, fuck it, I've had enough and I have to revolt. I have to fight back. Reality is you have to leave. And that I mean,
Garvey.
We have to,
Man, bro, I just told somebody the other day, I was like, bro, we're at a point now where it's no longer this equal integration.
Yeah,
it's time to separate. It's 100% time to separate.
Yeah.
And think about it is that as much as people say we don't have the resources, we have the resources, bro, if we pull together to become our own individual. Yeah. It's no point in why are you still trying to get a seat at the table when nobody wants you at the table?
Wants you at, yeah.
People wasn't built
Facts.
It wasn't built for you. So why are you still trying to get a seat at the table? It don't make sense. Why are you still trying to explain to people and to get them to realize we ain't even talking about rights. Get them to realize that you are a human being.
Right.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
This is ridiculous. And I'm telling people like, bro, this is America, bro. Like, if people don't understand America, you're dealing with, before things have changed, this is Protestant America, bro. Protestant America, we throw off the yoke of anything that does not encourage freedom. That is the whole purpose of America.
Right.
So to be here and to still be and no longer in quote unquote religious shackles, but to be in a human shackle because of the color of your skin, it is ridiculous and it goes against everything that America stands for.
Right.
Yeah. It's a big hypocrisy, because there's the Boston Tea Party. This is how America got its freedom for the British, So it's like for them to say we can't do this. And another thing too, the cop who set that target on fire. It was an undercover cop who set the place on fire. And that man grew up with that police officer. They worked as what is it called, man? They worked for 17 years with each other. So it's like what you was just saying with the relationship thing. Like you think you know somebody until it's a situation. And it's like, that's the coldest thing to me, to know that they were like security for like a bar with each other for like 17 years. And it's like, he cried out for his mama. It's like, he knew this dude. He knew what he was capable of. And then like, he knew it was over for him. And like, sometimes I think about don't film it, run up and kick him in the face and run away, or you can hold the camera too, run up, kick him in the face, run away. Like I've done this. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, please, I get up out of there. I'm not too much in shape now, but it's like
sometimes you see the shit. You see the
death
coming.
It comes to that, bro. One person filming, that's all you need. From there, it's to the point where it's like, bro. But again, it goes back to that slave mentality, that slave education. Where, and I'm telling people like, you got to realize like, as much as they're displaying this, and it's like, oh, okay, America sees the injustice. At the same time, don't get it twisted. This is a message. Same thing they used to do on the plantations. You take the biggest, you take the strongest, you demasculate him, you humiliate him, and those who watch him, they now feel inferior and they do not want to move. because they
Yes.
understand the reality that you've now placed yourself in the position of God. Life and death is in your hands.
Yes.
That's your power now.
Yes.
And with that creates nothing but fear, and it brings people into a form of subjection, a form of captivity. And as people don't realize, I'm just like, bro, like it's a twofold agenda that's going on with this.
Yeah.
It's a twofold agenda. And the reality is that people need to wake up. And I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm not for promoting violence. I'm not. But it's put you on shaky ground, man. Because the reality of it's like, dude, you have to protect your own. I'm sorry. You have to protect your own. You have to protect your own. And I'm getting tired of people just playing games with it. It's like, bro, we got all these celebrities. They got money. They could do something. But you know why they can't do something? Because they themselves have already bowed down to the white man.
They already compromised their integrity. That's what it really is. They already compromised, like, because they don't want to mess up. That's what it really leads me to say, like,
exactly.
Every black man is not your ally anymore, and every white man is not really your enemy. You just gotta really peep who's really for the movement.
You said it, bro.
It's so sad to see it's really black men more than black women, but it's really black men like arguing stuff. And I'm really like, is this your IG? Like, this is a black man in my comments saying this? Like,
man, bro,
I can't believe this.
Man, I just saw that today, bro. And I'm like, and it, you know what? And history says it always happened, bro. If you want to, even dealing with the Panther Party, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I told somebody today, I was like, bro, do you know even right now to this day, the FBI said that the Black Panthers, they were terrorists, bro.
Yes.
They called us terrorists.
Yes.
Terrorists because we came together and separated. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff that's going on, these lunch meals, transportation to school, we created that.
Yeah.
When we separated, we created that. Stop taking your dollar to the white man and invest it in your own.
Correct.
But the reality of it is that what they always do is that when you have a unit and they realize, okay, the unit is impregnable from the outside, they always go from the inside, bro. And it's always that one black man, bro.
Yep.
That one black man.
Yep.
And he infiltrates and he destroys everything, bro. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have right now. You know what I'm saying? Where you have black people where it's like, I told somebody today, I said, listen, I say Black Lives Matter, you say all lives matter. Okay. I say, man, cops are killing black people. You say not all cops are bad. Okay. You have one black person who's like, man, we need to stand up for ourselves. You have another black person who says, man, we need to calm down, man, and we need to stop looting and riot peacefully. I mean, protest peacefully. I said the reality of what you're saying is that everything that everyone says in all those all those categories, it is correct. But in the context, excuse me, of when you're talking, when you say those things, it is dismissive.
Yes.
It is dismissive of the issue at hand. It is very dismissive of the issue at hand. And what you're doing is you're blanketing that which is important at the moment. And people don't realize that. Yeah. You express yourself as a black man. Oh, you're aggressive. You're angry. Oh, you wanna live in a victimized mindset. No, brother. I'm just trying to bring to the forefront the reality of what's going on. Yeah. It's uncomfortable. I get it. It's uncomfortable to know you who are born white, that your ancestors persecuted and killed black people. It's uncomfortable for them. Well, how do you think I feel? Me who was born black and still being persecuted and still being made to seem as if an outlaw on all these various things. People don't understand that. See, it's racism all around the world. It's prejudice all around the world. But black people is the only race where there's racism and prejudice against us from every other race.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. I'm a black man. I did out of my race. All these various things. And one thing I can't say that I came to realize very quickly with dating outside of my race is that every other race that I've ever dated outside of black, when it comes to meeting their family, when it comes to meeting their friends, it is not on the playing field of, hey, you've met a nice guy. Hey, you met a nice man. Hey, you met a nice friend. This is a nice person. It is me uneducating them of their racist biases that they were born and inherited. And that's what people fail to realize. We're dealing with a problem that is ground root inside other people and ground root inside other races. So when you have a race that is crying out and saying, listen, bro, listen, this is a reality. Ain't nothing changed. This is real. We are still going through this now. Mm-hmm. Why is it all of a sudden not peaceful? Why is it all of a sudden like, oh man, they're crazy, man. They're burning down America, all these various things. It takes fire for you to understand. That should just let you know who you're dealing with. And people don't understand that. It's enough reasoning, bro. It's enough of trying to explain stuff to people. It takes fire for them to open their eyes. Come on, man.
And then why they just call you monsters for looting. Like, why? Like, that is so, it's just the same thing going on that was going on in Ferguson. You feel me? There was fake cops setting fires that made it look bad. And it's like,
hold on,
you know, people gonna loot. Okay. It's like, but that same target, when they got shot with tear gas, that target refused to give them milk. So it's like, I understand why they hit y'all. You feel me? I understand why they burnt that down. And I understand why there was black and white men with guns protecting the stores. Like, we're not gonna let them just take down these mom and pops. Like, Target's cool, you feel me? But not these little liquor stores here. We just came to, you know, like, make sure everything is cool, and to make sure the police don't do nothing crazy, because there's civilians with weapons, you know. So it's like, and it's really being done at a higher mind state. I don't know if you guys watch like the Fall of Cabal and the stuff that shows the CIA and how they have like interest and they have power with the media and how stuff is portrayed. But like, it's like, this is what's going on right now. Like, even there's something going on right now with the politicians, with Clinton, with Trump, that this stuff going on right now is like
fueling it.
Not distracting it, but it's like, this is what we focuses on. But I think this Epstein, Clinton, Trump stuff, because that's what I keep seeing like on my back end timeline with some other political folks too. And like, that's what I don't know if y'all seen the Epstein documentary on Netflix, but like,
yeah, I saw it.
It's cold. It's cold. And I know that Jay-Z, Oprah, you know, Beyonce, all of them went to this island. Like, it's something sick going on. These are the same people who are not saying nothing about what's going on right now. You know, shout out Snoop, shout out E40, shout out everybody who's like going in like a regular citizen would, like posting repeated stuff about what's going on. You know, some people are just saying they want a little piece and they going back to promoting their music and stuff. And it's like, Too Short just dropped a song that I'm on. I can't even really promote it right now. I don't have the heart to do that, you know? I see people doing skits and stuff, and it's like, you know what's going on right now, bro? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, Megan Stallion.
It's just like, it's like what Harriet Tubman said. She said, I could have freed 1,000 more slaves if they knew they were slaves.
Right.
Man. Yes, bro. Just think this like, bro, they don't understand, like, my G, like, this is like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Like, I appreciate both of them for the things they did, how they added to the community. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling people all the time, like, you got to understand. This is the only thing I would disagree with MLK, bro. People need to understand is that, like, you listen to Martin Luther King speeches. It was at a time where Black people were fed up and they were seeking to separate and seeking to establish their own. You have Martin Luther King saying, "No, let's integrate Protestant America. Let's reach our hand over the gap, and you know, let's bring everything together." But what people don't understand is that the integration that he was speaking about was not the white man coming to learn about Black culture. It was the Black man coming to become educated, how to become white, how to become Caucasian, how to fit in as a European. It wasn't bringing our knowledge to the schools. It was us accepting their knowledge and adopting it. It's still it's still a slave mastery
mentality.
And people don't get it, bro.
But for the record, though, he did say a statement where he said he regrets what he said, and then the feds killed him.
Who woke up, bro?
After
he woke up, and they killed him.
And then gave him a holiday.
It was like, you got to go. You got to go.
Damn.
But think about who we're dealing with. The feds paid a Black man to kill Martin Luther King, and then they gave him a holiday. The feds paid a Black Muslim to do what they did, and they didn't give him a holiday because he was kind of aggressive. He was with I like what Tupac said. All my music positive because I tell somebody to swing back. So if you do me wrong, me wrong, and I'm talking about doing something back to you, why? What's wrong with? What you mean? What's wrong with me? You feel me? If they shoot Tommy down the street, that suburban neighborhood is gonna rock, and they're gonna demand. And I think I like what Dick Gregory said. Like, if we're not gonna, because you'll never get peace from a bill for sure. But what you can do is pass legislation that puts more responsibility and accountability on these killer cops. You know, you can't just go around. He's resisting. Bah, 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 bah. I remember in the 90s. It was nothing to run away from the police. Now I be hearing some people who halfway in the streets like, I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna have to give up. I'm like, I'm 3-0 running from the police. And now I think about it now, I'm like, maybe I do get gunned down. Like, this is crazy. But like when I see Black men or whatever, he's resisting. Like, that doesn't warrant death. You feel me? If you pull me over for a busted taillight and I'm like, get off me because you're being super aggressive in the first place. I don't know if you've seen that one. I see hella people in LA posting it, but the dude got his hands behind his head and the white dude jump kick him in the back.
Yeah.
And
Bro.
I'm like, what's
Bro,
going
it's
on?
crazy. That's what
And then
man,
people
dude.
will play stupid. This is what I want y'all to. We should talk about this because I don't think everybody in America is this stupid. I think there are intelligent people who know what's going on, and they think it's like kind of cool to play stupid with people online and in their face. What are you talking about? What
Troll.
racism?
They like to troll people, like to troll the situation. They're
It's
trolling.
embarrassing.
I
Like
moved
that
to
lady in the
Redondo.
wheelchair.
I moved to Redondo Beach.
Hey, that shit was
and
they WWF fire extinguished her ass.
yeah,
She
they fucked her up.
and she could
She
walk.
deserved
Though.
that shit.
Don't get
Exactly.
it twisted. She
Yeah, she
walked
walked.
into it and then got on like she trying to like it's almost like it's set up. Like I said, once
It is
again,
set
on
up.
that CIA stuff though. Like
It's set up, bro. I remember I moved to Redondo Beach, right? You know what I'm saying? When I first moved to Redondo Beach, black man, me and my brother, my family moved to Redondo Beach, bro. We was the only black family on the block. You know what I'm saying? Before we moved to Torrance recently. And I remember, bro, one day I came home. It was like 3:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I left my keys at the house. Came home, just finished like going out partying, whatever. So I'm like, I walked to the house. I left my keys in the house. I got 4 nephews, a brother who works nonstop. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, whatever. I'll just sleep in the car. I'm not about to wake everybody else up in the house. Like, it's nothing, right? On the way walking towards my house, I see like a car like coming by and it was slowing down, you know what I'm saying? And bro, I'm from Inglewood, California, for me. So, you know, I'm in Redondo. My senses is like, nigga, like,
what's
going
on?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, I kind of walk a little slow, a little bit. I'm like, whatever for me. So I like go on my driveway, go to my house. You know what I'm saying? Knock on the door, nobody answered for me. I'm like, I knock one time, nobody answered. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm not about to wake everybody up. I'll go back to my car. So I'm walking back to my car, right? As I'm walking back to my car, I see another car come down, like lights off. I'm like, yo, this is real odd for Redondo. Bam.
Yeah.
So I get in my car, bro. Again, I get in my car. I take my keys out of my pocket, pop my alarm, put them back in my pocket, get in my car, bro. I get in my car, I cut my engine on. All of a sudden, lights flash on me, like boom, big lights, and I see a car like speeding towards me. Nigga, I'm from Inglewood, California,
Right,
bro. Some shit happened like that. It's like it's time to get
It's on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus, excusing my and this ain't considering my past where I'm from. I'm like, man, I don't know if some shit about to come and bite me. Like, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? So I throw my shit in drive. I'm about to smash off, and then I see like the sirens come on. So I'm like, okay. So I throw my car back in and park. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there, bro. 4 cars swoop up. Boom, 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 boom. This is Redondo Beach, California, bro. 4 cars swoop up. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the hell? So I roll my windows down and I got my hands on my wheels. It's like this.
Yeah.
So they come to me, guns already drawn, like, get out your car. I'm like, yo, like, I'm like, all right, for sure. I'm like, yo, chill. All right, cool. For me to like, get out your car now. I'm like, okay, cool. Before I can even reach for my car door, he rips his hand in my window, open my car, pulls me out the car, and puts me on the ground. And so I'm like, yo, see me, I'm on the ground. I'm like, they got me in handcuffs. They got me on hands on my back. I'm like, yo, I ain't resisting. I'm like, yo, like, chill. Like, what's going on? Like, you feel me? They're like, you're under investigation. I'm like, under investigation for what? They're like, you're under investigation for burglary. It's like, you're stealing cars. I'm like, how am I stealing cars, bro? They're like, I'm like, this is my car. He's like, get out. Slams you on the back of my trunk. Pulls my car keys out of my pocket to my car. I'm like, bro, how am I stealing cars? I'm like, that's my car keys to my car. He's like, your neighbors called the police on you. I'm like, my neighbors didn't call the police on me, bro. My neighbors know I live here.
Yeah.
They're saying like, you drove by. This is my normal routine. My neighbors know I always come in the house late. This is what it is. So I'm like, regardless, let's say the neighbors did call. Regardless, you say you thought I was breaking into cars, whatever. The moment you pulled my car keys out of my pocket for my car, you should have been like, okay, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding and let me go. They still put me on the ground. Next thing you know, now I'm on cold cement and they got me in handcuffs. So at this point, I'm irritated. I'm like, bro, this is retarded. Y'all got my keys in my pocket. Like, this is my car. Like, what are you detaining me for? First of all, I'm like, you ain't read me my rights and you already got me in handcuffs. That's number one. I'm like, number two, you keep telling me an investigation, but you ain't telling me what's the investigation that you're trying to detain me for. Okay, bam. So at this point, I'm like, bro, this is some racist ass shit. Because now it went from 4 cops to where it's 7 squad cars. I'm outside. It's dark. Ain't nobody else there. It's just me, and I'm with a whole bunch of Caucasian cops. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, this is some racist ass shit. And as God is my witness, that cop was like, you right, it is racist.
Damn.
God is my witness. He's like, you're right, it is racist, bro. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you feel me? And at this point, when he said that, you know what the reality is that hit me? I was like, bro, shut your mouth because they will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I got hella stories like that in Oakland. Oakland a little different. If I get pulled over with one of y'all, they probably gonna tell me to get out the car regardless. Something is under my name. Like I say stuff when I'm getting messed with by the police. I say stuff like, "This is why when police die, nobody care." I'm the one. I say stuff like that or whatever. But like that's the oldest line in the book. We got a call. Really? Show me the phone records. Tell them to print it out and have one of your officers bring me because it's a lie, you know. And we just got to deal with the fact that the police comes from slavery patrol. You know, that's where it originates. So it's like you've always had your eyes on us for sure, regardless. Even with Black Wall Street when we was segregated and we were balling in our own neighborhood.
Oh, they bombed that motherfucker.
Yeah, right in Ohio, right on Ohio.
And then they bombed one story. I gotta really do some more research on.
Are you talking about Ohio?
Is the move people that they dropped a bomb on? The
Tulsa.
Tulsa too, for sure. Them there's 2 Black Wall Streets, but there's like they were like the Panthers and they were called Move. And they dropped a bomb and killed hell of them though, for sure. And it's like, how long are we just gonna play stupid and keep we just gotta be unapologetically reactionary, like how Martin Luther King was talking about. Like, I don't care, hate it, love it, you gonna get it sooner or later, or you not, whatever. But like, this is like the oldest. This is the oldest. I hate when I hear that. I just got a call. No, you didn't. No,
yeah, bro, you know what you were doing, bro. My dad's an OG from Hoover, bro, and my dad told me told me, and again, that's what I was saying before in the beginning. You know, they would tell me these stories as a young man. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, Mike, yo, that's your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And I couldn't really grasp it. But my dad was telling me like when the whole little Hoover connection happened and the Blood and Crips and everything got back together, he told me he remembered vividly that they were like getting Black people, taking them out their car, getting in their car, going to go do drive-bys, and then give them their car again and let them go, just to start that whole bloodshed again.
Yeah.
And we're dealing with a system where it's like, again, if they can't infiltrate from the outside, they're going to infiltrate from the inside.
And there's always a Black man that's willing to do whatever for a check. For a check. Cause I hate that mentality. When I get around people, like I'm all about a bag. It's whatever for a bag. Like that person will do you in for a bag too, because they're all about a bag. Like, so it's like
you need to beware.
I love like Nipsey and artists who have integrity with their music and everything. Like, you know, Nipsey could have took the big check and got all his publishing took and just looked like the big star. For now, like it's something that people, I feel like the older you go back, the farther you go back, integrity mattered way more. And you know, like they cracked us from the inside. So it's like it's so many females that's like, buy the bag, I'll do this, anything for a check, you know, hot girl summer. And it's like you just doing it to old white racist men for money. Like you don't think, like I know what it is. You feel me? I'm from Oakland too, you know, just like LA, it's a Fig, it's an E14 out there. Like I know what it really is. I'd have been around and didn't have the bus moves. Like it's a cold situation that we're in right now, man. It's like it seems like it's only getting more ignorant and more ignorant. Cause like in the 90s, there were real revolutionary gangsters. Even like what Tookie was on and what that dude Cody Monster was on. Like there are really articulate, well-spoken people in the streets that are learning what was really going on, and they were preaching that to their hoods, they own little siblings and everything. I don't necessarily see that now, man.
Man, that's why people like Kof, bro. Like I'm saying, that's why Kof, man, you personally, my G, like you know what I'm saying, like. I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying, I watch your stuff, bro, specifically, you know what I'm saying, like, Dad told me about it, King, a morning cup of coffee, you know what I'm saying, I was like, all right, I'm saying, I'm seeing this nigga talking about, you know what I'm saying, and when I watch it, bro, honestly, all I can say, bro, is that, like, I feel like when people like you and other individuals, you know what I'm saying, who have positioned themselves to, like, go and get degrees and things like that, bro, like, their responsibility is so high, because, again, it goes back into a point where it's like, you got people who, everybody's voice counts, and everybody has a certain level or certain meter, I believe, that you're meant to reach. You know what I'm saying? For those who have taken the time to go and get those degrees, those who have taken the time to go in those universities and put in the time and put in the work, it's like you now, you know what I'm saying, have that pass, quote unquote, that where certain Black voices wouldn't be able to reach, you now can't reach. Because you do have that piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? You have put in that time where you have, you fall in a category as well learned. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm just like, bro, I'm grateful that, like, you know, with you in your position, you know what I'm saying, that you're not, again, like, you're not pompous, you know what I'm saying, but you're at a point where you're able to hear, and at the same time you're able to hear, you're able to see logic, and not only see logic, you're able to articulate, you know what I'm saying, things in such a way to where those classes can be reached that certain people are not able to reach. You know what I'm saying? They're able to reach that level that they're able to reach, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. But if we, brothers like you and all these other brothers, like, we need to come together, and it's like, bro, this is where wealth is created. This is where status quo is created. You know what I'm saying? Where you look at all these businesses and everything, you see a person with an idea, and you see investors, bro.
Yes.
You see idea, and you see investors, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a time where it's like those who took their time, sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, all these various things to get those accolades. It's time to invest, bro. It's time to invest, because they will hear certain areas that other people who are just as smart and educated will be looked down upon because they lack the degree. But these people have the degrees. So it's time to push and propel them, because they're in a position to cause change, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like the mass majority of like, I'm saying, of Black people to a degree, they just, man, they lack direction. They're not uneducated. They lack direction, bro. They lack direction, bro. They need leadership. It is what it is, bro. I know brothers in the hood right now that, man, brother, I tell you that if we were like back in the day where it was tooth and nail, these brothers are warriors.
Yes.
Yeah.
They will die for the cause.
Right.
And what you see is history tells you have he who is a warrior with his tongue, and you have he who is a warrior with his hands.
Yes.
When those two come together, it's an unbeatable force.
Right.
Even wicked Rome understands that. They were a religious power. Once they gained a military, they became a religious persecuting power. In other words, the ideology gained teeth. It was able to bite. And that's what Black people are. Exactly. And that's what Black people are they don't understand, that they need to really get and internalize. Those who are able to have the tongue, those who are able to vocalize, whoever to speak, who are able to get the message where it needs to go, those who are able to carry the foot soldiers, it's a time to unite. And those who will push the message. Yeah. You need to unite, bro, and get on one accord, and man, things will happen, bro. And I was telling somebody the other day, like, man, it's like, bro, like, it's funny because you have like Nation of Islam.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, I
was just talking about. Everything you said was Elijah Muhammad.
Man, bro, you got Islam, you got Panthers. It's crazy. And I was telling somebody, I said, man, I remember I was on Crenshaw King, bro, and I saw a Black man do something, and this man ran into a mosque, brother. When I tell you, those police officers looked and was like, not today. Yeah. And drove away, bro. Yeah. Because they know, bro, one thing about Islam, them brothers don't play, bro. When it comes to Black unity, they don't play, bro. They don't play. Yeah.
The thing is, like you said, everybody got to play their position, you know what I mean, and know what their position is, you know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, with this that movement, though, that position and everything, some people don't want none of them positions you just named. They just want to be the star, the leader, the front. You feel me?
Jordan. Yeah,
like
he just want to be the Beyonce of the shit.
Niggas like, I got hella followers. I'm the leader because I'm gonna post it. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna do this, and when we give it to you, you post it, bro. You're not the cinematographer. You're not the writer. You're not none of that. Like, people don't want to do what they naturally God-given gift is because they've been brainwashed watching TV. I want to be a star. I want to be like Jordan. I want to be like Jackson. Like, all right. Good luck, because it's all
tree
structure.
that is not pruned will die, bro. A tree that is not pruned will die, bro. I don't care how much fruit you bear, bro. If your fruit is not picked and that seed does not germinate, it will die.
What do y'all feel about life, man? What y'all feel about Tip's blackout? I think instead of everybody not spending $1, I think everybody should spend money on like a Black-owned business that day instead of like, y'all see what Tip got going on?
Yeah, I see.
That's what I think.
I feel like Tip has been trying to do that for years. To touch on, first off, AC Wolf, thank you for,
yeah, he going in.
just give me them flowers. I really appreciate that. And I feel like from the black man, from the neck down, we all just have to unite. Like, you have to understand your position and get rid of these European mind states. Europeans have been conquerors for so long, and they put stars in places because stars feel like they are up here and everyone else feels like they're down there. Once we get rid of that ego and get rid of that European mind state that colonized Africa, then we're going to be able to operate as a well-oiled machine. As far as what Tip is saying, like, T.I., smart guy, very, very, very on purpose with what he's talking about. And I understand what he's saying of extracting the black dollar from the white community. But to my guy Upgrade, we have to stop allowing it to be times when blacks die, times when Gucci decides to disrespect us, times when all these, we have to stop allowing bad things to trigger us to do what we should have been doing every single day. Like, your parents won't tell you, oh, I don't know if your parents told you good job when you got an A+. My parents told me that's what you're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be supporting black businesses.
Thanks.
Supporting black businesses at all times. So July 7th, let's make it, what is today? It's about to be June 1st. June 1st, let's make sure that we are putting money into a black business, even if you're buying toilet paper, whatever it is. Make sure that you are removing your funds from these white institutions that do not care what they do not care about us dying, do not care about us. If Starbucks kick some people out of a store, they're gonna do a little bit of what they're gonna do, a course,
some training,
some training real quick. They're gonna go back to business as usual and still not caring about us. So let's find black coffee shops. Let's invest. Let's find ways to shift how we're moving. You kill them with the dollar. So let's continue to kill them with kindness, with the dollar. The looting gotta happen. Kill them with
it got
dollar.
to.
That's
but
it.
if we can loot, if we can loot Target and go to Jeffy's supermarket, hey, taking money from them.
Saying, bro,
I'm gonna take this TV, I'm gonna sell it on OfferUp, and I'm gonna go to Jeffrey's and I'm gonna invest. I like the idea what Tip is doing, but I feel like instead of not spending their money on nothing, because there is some kind of quarantine in some counties everywhere around the world or country, and some people maybe can't. Maybe some people like need some juice for their family or something. They can't really go a day. So it's like, let's just invest. It's not hard for everybody to just Google black-owned stores in my county, and then put that list up. This is where we're going on this day. And then kind of like, this is where we're going from now on. That's what we really should do. That's the real move instead of one day. Shout out to the TikTokers that did that blackout day. I was like, y'all should do this from then on. Like, instead of just, it's like the bus boycotts. Like, they didn't say we're going to do this for one day. They said we're going to do this till some right changes or whatever. So like, we could invest our money into, I don't want to just say black, because there are some Spanish businesses that are with us, some people, but everybody, like I said, every black business is not necessarily with you too. You could invest into the wrong business and then they start acting bougie, like, oh man, I don't watch them niggas over there. I don't like them niggas, kick them niggas out the store. So like, but we got to start somewhere. So I feel like,
man, ally is an ally, man.
Yeah, like let's just start with, instead of like not spending our money, but that could be cool, saving money. That's good financial wisdom or whatever. But like, let's just start going to different stores and trying them out. We ain't got nothing else to do. The world is slowly but surely opening up. I think that'll be the better move. Do y'all think this COVID-19 thing is going to spike among black people? We've been out rioting, touching each other and stuff. Like, have y'all heard anything about that?
Man, my thing is like this, bro. Like, this is my belief system on it, man. My thing is like this. Like, do I believe that COVID-19 is real? Yes. Do I believe it's killing people? Yes. At the same time, like, I believe in God, bro. Like, for me, I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ. And my thing is like this, bro. Whether you believe in Jesus, whoever you believe in a higher power, I believe that when my creator made me, bro, he gave me an immune system. My immune system testifies to his creative power, testifies to who he is.
Oh, I like that.
And when he made me, he created me, he gave me this immune system. He didn't say, I'm gonna give you an immune system that can beat everything except COVID-19. He gave me an immune system that said, if you work with me, it will place you in a position to where, let's say, if you were to get affected, it would not take hope and kill you. You will fight it off. And that's my thing, where I tell people they need to realize science itself is still trying to replicate the miracles and the absolute defense of the natural immune system. And specifically in black people.
Black people, for sure.
And the people need to understand it. I got friends all the time, oh my God, it's like, yeah, like, you know, for a minute, it ain't even got hold of me. Like, oh man, like this whole thing, bro, fear will kill you before anything else, bro.
Man, that's stress. You're right.
Fear will lower your immune system before anything else. Get on your vitamins, bro. Get on your herbs.
It's really a diet
in your body. Even me, like, it's a diet thing, man. It's a diet, and it's really giving your body what it needs. Nigga, stop staying up so late. Go to sleep on time. You know what I'm saying? Drink your adequate amount of water, bro. Like, for those of us who eat meat, I even still eat meat. Start cutting down the meat, bro, and get back, you feel me, as much as possible, for me, to a healthy diet. You know what I'm saying? That's who got our vices. I smoke hookah. I love hookah. I've been knocking down my hookah intake with the alcohol, with the bottle. I had to put the bottle to the side for me. I tell my friends, like, man, go, give your body time to detox. I may drink for 2 weekends, and then the next 30 days, I don't put an ounce of liquor or hookah in my body. Like, bro, be smart. I understand we got our vices, we got the things we need to let go, all these various things. The optimum goal is to be free of all these things. That's the optimum goal. Anything that would kill your health, the optimum goal is to be free of all of these things. But for those who struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, be conscious. Don't be an idiot. Limit your intake, bro. Limit your intake. If you're worried about COVID-19, if COVID-19 all of a sudden make you more health conscious, you got a problem. You should have been health conscious before about your health. And what I see with COVID-19, all I see is that preventative care is the solution, bro. Preventative care is the solution.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Man, bro, you got people who already dying, and then they get sick, and now you're trying to implement preventative care. I mean, to God be the glory, and I would pray God have mercy. Yes, we want everybody to recover. But, bro, preventative care, if you got these things actively in your body, then they actively will fight for you to live. That's how God designed you.
You just said it right there.
Bro,
people are already dying.
Yes, man. The body, bro,
accelerating.
The body is designed to live. If I try to hold my breath and don't breathe, my body will forcefully make me breathe because the body is made to live. Likewise with your immune system, with your health, it is designed for you to be healthy. It is designed for you to live. It is designed for you not to get sick. If you work with it, man, I'm not worried about no COVID-19, bro. I say, don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. You won't catch me at no bar or no club partying. But at the same time, if I got to go about my natural day and I need to go get something, I need to go check something, I need to go check on a loved one, I need to go see a close friend, I ain't just hanging out being stupid, bro. I'm about to go. It's not about to hold me in a box and make me fearful, bro. No, the reality of it is be smart, man. God gave you a mind, be wise, use wisdom, and move accordingly. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people need to be made and understand. I tell them with this COVID-19, I'm like, bro, they tell you about all the deaths. They tell you about, you know what I'm saying, how many people getting infected. They ain't telling you eat healthy. They ain't telling you, you know what I'm saying, what vitamins they put in your body. They ain't telling you what herbs to take. They ain't telling you what teas to drink. They telling you everything. They telling you any and everything to lower that vibration, lower that consciousness, lower that inner working that is designed for you to thrive. That's what they telling you. The only help that they giving you is stay in the house and use hand sanitizer. And hand sanitizer ain't even that good for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. You said it right there.
And people don't get it. Hand sanitizer kills the bad and the good bacteria, which opens you up to receive bacteria.
The face mask with the CO2 poison, it's bad for you to breathe in the air you just exhaled.
Bro, and people don't be thinking, bro. It's like, bro, I remember as a kid,
I've been on mute this whole motherfucking time. My bad, I've been on mute, nigga. I've been trying to talk and shit, nigga. I'm on mute for like 30 minutes, nigga.
Look,
I'm like, these niggas, I was like, these niggas getting disrespectful. I was like, these niggas getting disrespectful. They don't give a fuck, huh?
This nigga's hella mad, bro. I can see it in his eyebrows.
Yeah, nigga, I'm just like, ignoring me.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because I was trying to.
As a kid, bro, I remember like, I would watch like a movie or I would play my Game Boy system as a kid, and I would have the cover over my head. After a certain amount of time, nigga, my own breath would get to me.
Yeah.
And I ain't even talking about the odor. I'm talking about this nigga, I need fresh air.
Yeah.
So wearing a goddamn mask 24/7, bro, it's not healthy, bro. It's not healthy, bro.
And the surgical masks don't do nothing for viruses.
Sunlight is not healthy, bro. Like, you gotta realize, bro, you're dealing with a creator, man, who made shit to help you thrive, bro. The sun is made to give you antibodies, bro.
Yeah. And at least us. You know, I don't know about everybody.
and I was trying to chime in before I knew I was muted and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Upgrade was like, what did he say? He said something about stop spending a black dollar. You saw how cheap the gas went when niggas was on that COVID-19 for the first couple of weeks. Nigga, we was almost at $4. Nigga, that shit went up to 1995 prices. Nigga, that shit like $2.30 and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, man, that proves a point. Like, people don't really look into the value of us making a movement like that, but then until it really has to happen with the world. Now, if the minorities did that, nigga, we'll actually flip this economy over to our own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we'll have more power as a minority, you know what I'm saying, and actually call more shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it can't just be done for a day. It got to be continuous. We got to go to Jose,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? We got to go to Jose's, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
We got to go to Martha's. We got to go to Jonathan's. You know what I mean? We got to go to Dale's. You feel me?
Yeah.
Barbers. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Because I'm like, for me, like, even in my area, bro, in Inglewood, like AC and COVID, like, you know, and y'all know how it is, how it was in Inglewood. Now they got Chipotle's and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I
nigga,
don't even go to Chipotle no more, bro. I still go to Brolly Hut. I still go to the mom and pop spots. Those are people when you got kids. Those are people when you got kids and they let your kids slide $5 because they know your daddy.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ain't gonna do that. They got new workers all the time. They're just trying to get them for the check.
Yeah.
But if you
Show
got
up
the
to your
people
kids' pee-wee games.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying, and actually give a catering. You know what I'm saying? So it's doper to be know the owner. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather know the owner than the nigga that don't even know nothing about the city, but know you got a McDonald's and making millions off the community. You know what I'm saying? And never visit the community.
I think that we should really try to promote that and make that happen, because you'll see what Caucasians really with the movement. Like, are you really? Because you got to really be with the movement to show up to the hood and be like, okay, let me try this hot link sandwich. You feel me, or whatever? You know, like,
bro,
I think that this really
friends who
should
get
be
offended. No, seriously, bro. I got friends that got offended, and I was just like, man, it is what it is. But I got friends that offended because I'm just like, bro, like, listen, I had put a post the other day. I was like, y'all run around there and white people call you nigga, and they want the finger for your life. You out here chasing these white women, and they don't give a damn about you, bro. Like, you don't realize, bro, it's the same slave mentality, bro. You know how many black babies was aborted? Was aborted? Exactly, it's a freaking fetish. I mean, black babies was aborted during that time because white women wanted to see. They wanted to feel the power of this black man. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm telling people, like, bro, this shit is deep, bro. Where it's like, why white women even have a complex with black women, because they won't teach you in slavery that even though them black women was slaves, them slave masters didn't want nothing to do with their white women. Their white women was for show. When it came down to it, they was in black women nonstop, bro. This is why you got white women all of a sudden like using like, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to them, because I know they're not like racist or nothing like that. But like, bro, I was at my Caucasian homegirl's house the other day. The same day I was on live with a show. I was at my Caucasian homegirls the other day. We had just came back from the beach and shit. And something as simple as like, bro, I was like packing our little beach bag or whatever. And I noticed when I went to the bag, I found darkening tanning oil. Now, for me, I just was like, wow. It spoke volumes. And I called them out on it. I was like, bro, what is this? And they was like, oh, it's just tanning oil. I was like, why y'all out here blackfishing, my G? Like white, like, but it's that, you know, the complex, the inferior, the people knowing that they inferior, or you got white women trying to darken their skin. We ain't talking about tanning, bro. We talking about actually becoming like, niggas ain't trying to become orange. They trying to become pigment, black.
Right.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's like, black man, recognize your power. Black woman, recognize your power. I ain't saying, oh, keep Mayo, let's go kill her. But nah, bro. But recognize, bro, not only injustice, but also recognize the envy. Also recognize somebody who wants to be like you so bad to where it's like, why are you trying to be like them? Separate, bro. Yeah. Separate.
Right.
That's why I'm like, man.
That's why I fuck with All American, bro. They kind of put that in there. Have you ever seen that show?
That show's amazing, bro.
That show's amazing because it showed like aspects of Beverly Hills in the hood, like, you know what I mean? And it showed like the part where my favorite part is like when he was like, when they got pulled over by the police, you know what I'm saying? He just thought that he just could talk to him any kind of way because that's how his mom talked to him in Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? But when he got to the hood, shit was different. Nigga almost got his head blown off because he was a nigga just like everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the white cops. And then what's his name? Dude got mad, like, hey, Tay Diggs, like, why you didn't tell him, bro, about, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck you didn't tell him? You know, he could have died because in my face because you didn't let him know. This is where you from. You're supposed to inform him that he's real black. Like, he can't talk to cops like that. You got to let him know how to survive when it comes to any police. And he didn't let him know that because Tay Diggs tried to forget who he was because he moved out. You know what I mean? So he thought his son didn't have to deal with that, but he knew how to move, but didn't even teach his son nothing. You know what I mean? Yep. He had to be naive about the situation. It's fucked up.
And that brings me back to something that Upgrade was saying about like these people who like, you know, who are black. And it brings me to another category of black. And most of the time it's this category that the white man uses to downplay everything else. And that's that category of which got created not too long ago, privileged black.
Yeah.
Where you have individuals, and I tell my nephews this, like, I grew up in Inglewood, California. Inglewood, California is where I grew up, but we was in a project at one point. And so I understood, even though I made my strides, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a black man, I'm pushing Lexus, I got my own bread, I live in Redondo Beach. Even when I moved to Torrance, I'm in a 3-story house. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got our own driveway, the whole nine. I tell my nephews who were born in Redondo, and I'm like, you got to understand, bro, that you're in a category called privileged black. Right. Now, because you're in this category called privileged black, it doesn't give you the right because you were privileged black and you had, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, white friends, Asian friends. And because you were born in this community and you had the money that this community like requires, it doesn't give you the right to downplay those who are less than you. Yeah. Because you don't understand, or to downplay their struggles because you don't understand, because you just so happen to be privileged black. Yeah. And that's what happens all the time, is that they get other black people who are privileged, who happen to have access to certain things that people who are crying out who didn't have, they downplay them and be like, oh man, like, you know, man, my people tripping, all lives matter, y'all need to calm down. And it's like, nah, bro, like, recognize even the pawn you are becoming, man.
Because white people see that and be like, oh yeah, we want you to come to this meeting and talk about how you feel, like, and they'll promote you like from that perspective. But what you were saying about the white girls fetishing black men, that shit is so deep. I was with a white girl, bro, hella long ago. She said some real science genetic shit why she want a black child, like for survival, for her her well-being. Like, nah, I don't want my son to have to put suntan lotion on and this and that and be like, you know, get Lyme disease and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is deeper than a fetish right here. Like, this is a survival thing. Exactly. Look, white women been in the room listening to white men talk about why they really hate black men, and it's like, you know, that genetic stuff, they hear that and they like, I'm gonna go get me one of them, or at least have a kid by one. Like, so it's like, it's that situation too. Like, it's the biggest finesse in the world, bro. Yeah, like, we're the most wanted but the most hated, you feel me? Yeah. And as soon as we could get back to whatever kind of power we had back in the days, like whatever made us make them Egyptian pyramids and all that, you know, because pyramids is all, they're in South America, they're everywhere, whatever, with people of melanin, you know? Yeah. I don't know what
everybody want to be black, but they don't want to be black.
Nobody be black. Yeah.
They don't want the black problem.
I mean, 2 points.
I gotta go on a little bit though, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go from two. Yeah. 2 points for what AC Wolf said. Like, you touched on a great point about privileged blacks, but the issue is that little cycle starts with the black that gets out of the hood and for some reason hates where they come from, so they try to block that kid. Because what you did was you saw the privilege in the youth and you told them about their privilege. As long as somebody understands their privilege, then they know how to connect with those that do not have it. So the parents or the siblings or the cousins or the nephew, whatever we got to do, we got to help people that are rising up still be connected. That next generation after that still be connected, because the key to us being free is connecting as blacks. The key to them keeping us separated is the disconnect. Yeah. And that. So like what you did to, you know, tell the youth that, hey, you have a privilege and this is it, and a third, that has to be started.
One second, Kof. Hey, show, I got somebody who's trying to hop in. Can you let him in?
Yeah, shit, I'm about to bounce in a second, bro. Shit, we're like about to end it because I gotta leave.
Okay, for sure.
But yeah,
but like you were saying, coming to Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah. No, that's all. Like, yeah. So we should just we just gotta connect.
Come together. But look, it's hella different kind of black people, bro. It's Caribbean niggas, it's African niggas, it's American niggas, it's Americans who believe they're Hebrew and they kind of disrespectful towards African Americans. I mean Africans. We gotta all connect and just call us something with melanin in it or something. But until we all come together, because you see how Jamaicans will talk about a nigga from Haiti, and it's like it's so much separation. Like, damn, like how we gonna all really come together? The only time we all come together is when a black man gets killed.
Right.
But like what my friend was saying, it's like it's never really an African nigga getting killed. It's not a Caribbean nigga getting killed. It's an African American getting killed.
American,
everybody comes and rocks for him though. You feel me? That's the only time everybody rock. As soon as that story plays out,
House
everybody
nigga,
get the segregation.
Field nigga, still nigga, bro. And that's people need to understand, bro.
That's really the
house nigga, field nigga, still nigga, bro. And that's people don't understand. It's like, bro, a rich black man is still a black man. A poor black man, still a poor black. It's still a black man, bro. And that's people need to realize, man. They need to understand the fact of that unity is not far. It's very much so close. But people need to get off their pedestal and then get off their high horse and recognize, like, look, bro, it may not be affecting you directly, but it's affecting you directly, man.
Yeah. You could be next. You one statement, or you one right turn away from it being you. You one little wobble on the freeway from it being you. Like that's really all it takes. Like, and then they on your ass.
Hell yeah.
So,
but look, man.
Michelle, you got something you gotta say in closing or something?
Man, I was just about to close it out real quick, man. They gotta go pick up his baby. You know?
I feel you.
Yo, what up, man? Hey, you can catch us, man, whenever y'all want to do this, y'all know you're more than welcome, man. Yo, show us one another. We can do this every day, you know what I'm saying? It's in the comfort of our own home. You know, we just had a whole little podcast just now, you know what I'm saying? Everybody chilling. But anyways, man, let everybody know where they can find y'all at.
Man, AC Wolf Official, you can find me on Instagram, AC Wolf Official. And yeah, man, let's just inspire and create, man.
Yeah.
DJ_upgrade on IG. Feel me, holla at me.
You know, royalty in the flesh, finesse at its best. I am King Cove Man, voice of the East on the West. Follow me on IG. We got Morning Cup of Kofi, and let's continue to vibrate higher and push the culture forward. That's all.
Yo, what up, man? Let's be your boy, the Real DJ Show. Hey, we right here. You dig me? Hey, my boy, he's the OG when I said, bro. And I love it.
That's it.
That's how we used to do it. That's what made it up. And that shows the whole little show, yeah. But I love it. Dope. But this be your boy, the Real DJ Show, man. If y'all need any interviews, y'all need any live reactions, y'all need any radio play, y'all want a free review of my live Instagram, you know what I'm saying? To skip the line is only $5, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit me up at the Real DJ Show on Instagram and Planet Radio. And if you checking this out right now, make sure you like, subscribe, and all that other shit. You're gonna see more from us, man. This show, we out. Peace. All right, peace. Peace.
All right, y'all stay blessed.
All right.
Word.